Hello, everybody. Hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving yesterday, especially for those of you who celebrated it for the first time. I guarantee some of you are feeling very sluggish today, aren't you? It is now officially the Christmas season, Black Friday, which kicks it off. Black Friday is something I've always avoided. Can you believe it's actually on the calendar like it's some sort of major event? I mean, about the only comparison, it's actually even worse than a bunch of Jenny Craigers at an all-you-can-eat buffet at Shoney's. It's horrible. I just avoid it like the plague. The best time to do Christmas shopping is actually after Christmas for the next season. That's when all the prices are down. And not so many people are at the stores, but right now it's going to be a hellhole for the next month or so. And a few days after as well. Guys, last Saturday, I was having coffee, and I had noticed 4 Jehovah's Witnesses in my neighborhood. I recorded it. Some of you have seen the video. But one thing I didn't notice while I was recording it, I just thought it was funny, and I uploaded it. And it didn't dawn on me until I read the comments, until I actually watched the video. I actually did not record their entire visit in the neighborhood, but let me go into it just a little bit. It used to be back in the day when Jehovah's Witnesses went into the neighborhoods. They already had a game plan. They knew where they were going, whether it be door to door or return visits. It was pretty obvious after watching them that they were doing neither. I noticed they stopped at the house next door first. 4 of them. They did not knock on this door. They walked up to the vehicles and says, "Hello?" Oh, no answer. Then they walked down the street. Aimlessly. 2 were going this way, 2 were going this way. 2 had stopped staring at this one house, while the other 2 walked up. 2 of them walked away, yet they still were watching this house. They actually looked like they were prowling the neighborhood. Now, what they were doing, they were out obviously on Saturday in field service. They were killing the last hour so they could mark this down. But like I said, it used to be when you went into a neighborhood, you already had a game plan, but they did not. And why? The current crop of Jehovah's Witnesses are so out of practice. Let's face it, you don't see the door-to-door much anymore. And also, they did away with the theocratic ministry schools some years ago. The last meeting I went to was the midweek meeting, was the new setup for it, which I thought was BS from the get-go. And this is around the time that they were pushing the cart witnessing like it was a privilege. This was this big new idea. I did it once, and that was the last time I was actually ever out in field service. There was no way I wanted to sit there on a park bench for 2 hours playing on my phone, which I didn't bring, by the way, and kill time, because that's all it was. Obviously, Watchtower does not want Jehovah's Witnesses talking to the public anymore. They have too much information. But over the last 5 or 6 years, Jehovah's Witnesses are seriously out of practice. They no longer have the confidence they once did. I was watching these 4 women in my neighborhood. Now, I have gone in service with at least 3 of them that were out here at one time or another. And they haven't always been like this. They always had a game plan. They knew their presentations. They were ready for any comeback. They used to walk through the neighborhoods with confidence. What I saw was 4 timid, lost sheep. They did not have a clue what they were doing. Now, they were here for a lot longer than the 3 or 4 minutes that I uploaded, but they did this throughout the entire neighborhood. They did not stop at one door. At best, they would approach and quietly say, "Hello." They didn't even do the phantom knock. They weren't here very long, but just long enough to hit that 11 o'clock mark so they could write their time down and go home. The unfortunate thing, doing away with the theocratic ministry school, which actually, if you all remember, was very good practice at public speaking. And unfortunately now, where they haven't done it, most of these people do not get practice speaking any longer. They also don't do the door-to-door like they once did. I think the only time they do it now is when they're delivering invitations. So their presentation is pretty simple now. It is so easy to catch them off guard. They don't know how to respond. And unfortunately, that's Watchtower's doing. Like I said, they don't want them talking to the public anymore. But can they really call what they do preaching? No, it's pretty damn disgusting. For the most part, they've lost confidence because most of them, if not all, Jehovah's Witnesses know what's going on. Many of them have gotten out. Some are trying to get families out. Others don't know what to do if they got out. They know it's a lie, they know it's BS, but they don't know what to do with their lives. And they still remember in their head when they were told, "Where would you go?" They said that to me once, but where will you go? My response was, I'm going home. But for the most part, they're comfortable with it because they've done this for so many years. They're more comfortable with the lie than dealing with the truth. But it's showing in their ministry because what they do today is not ministry. They're not preaching boldly anymore. They basically get a squeak. They're very timid. The other type of witness now is hiding confidence that they once had with arrogance. Now we all see the fat hamster. This current crop of Jehovah's Witnesses has no confidence. It's done away with. They're either very, very timid, don't say much, or much like the fat hamster, they just get very arrogant and fire insult after insult after insult. You can't tell me that the fat hamster doesn't know what's going on in the organization. No. If we know it, they know it. Most of them are in a state of denial. Or they will give you that famous cop-out answer that I heard myself was, well, that goes on in every religion. I guess that's the green light to let it continue happening. But this is what I noticed last Saturday. In the short time that they were here, that they honestly had no clue what they were doing. And this is probably every Jehovah's Witness that is out on Saturday or any day of the week that is doing their ministry. They've gotten too complacent with sitting by the cots. Like I said, I've done it once, and believe me, that was no privilege. That was serious boredom. Bullshit. Nobody looks at that literature. They just walk by and they take a quick glance and they keep on going. But Jehovah's Witnesses are totally out of practice. Badly. And for the most part, they realize that this is not the truth. This is BS. They're all waiting to get the word to go out preaching the word of condemnation, which is never going to come. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to address that. Just after watching that video, and I'm like thinking, you know something? I even put the wrong title on it because this is exactly what they were doing, was wandering aimlessly. They were totally lost. Anyways, guys, I hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving, and I will talk to you soon. Feel free to leave a comment below, and I will talk to you during the week. You have a good day.